Hey everyone, I am using this screencast software to record a shop critique for your fellow Flourish member, Angela Kelsey. She has been so kind to allow me to share this with the group. I'm going to try to do this once a week if I can. If I can't, I won't be able to. It just depends on my commitments for the week. But I will try to do this once a week, and I will try to choose different industries, different products, because a lot of people are saying that, hey, if you can't critique my shop, at least I can watch screencasts of your critiques and learn something to help in my shop. So that's what I'm going to do. Honestly, when I critique shops, it's the same areas. I mean, when we're talking about Etsy stores and Etsy shops, it's the same areas. The branding, I mean, I go through the 5 pillars that I teach from. I look at the different areas. So I worry that they'll start to sound kind of the same. But so far, I guess the ones that I have done and shared, everyone seems to like and get new information from. So as long as they're helping you guys, I don't mind sharing them. Okay, so also just the screencast software. I'm not sure. Some people watch it with no problem. Others watch it and it freezes, or there's no volume. I don't know. I put in a question to the screencast customer support to ask them why that happens. I don't know if it's a certain browser or if you have to have a certain connection, or I don't really know. So I put the questions out there. I'm waiting for customer support to get back to me. And if I can find a better, more robust screencast to do these in where we won't have those types of problems, I promise you I will get it. So right now it's just kind of a bit of a experimentation. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so right now we are looking at Angela Kelsey's shop, which is Unparalleled CC. So I'm not sure I'm not sure if her company's name is Unparalleled or if it's Unparalleled CC. And I think perhaps, I mean, if I were to guess, I would guess that her business name is Unparalleled. I would guess that she was unable to have it on Etsy, so she's added the CC. That's just my guess. Okay, so let's first talk about branding. All right, so who is Angela's target market? Let's kind of look together at what it is she makes and sells. Wow. Beautiful, unique jewelry, right? So we all know that the jewelry is a very saturated market, especially on Etsy. I would say 70% of Flourish members are jewelry makers. It's always fascinating to me when I get unique jewelry makers, because jewelry is so vast. The reason why it's saturated is because pretty much everybody wears it in some shape or form. And, you know, there's so many different people out there that like different things that you know, it's okay to have a lot of jewelry makers out there. We need them. Okay, so just by gauging her shop, now I'm not Angela, and I haven't really talked to her in depth, and I'm not real familiar with her business plan or what she started making jewelry for or any of that. I don't really know her story, but looking at her items, I feel that her target market would be punk, kind of edgy, perhaps those people that are into the industrial vibe, perhaps steampunk. That's kind of the vibe that I get from her jewelry. So I would take away from that is like, who would like this jewelry? Who would like these items? I really think that the people that would like this style of jewelry would be those that like the steampunk type clothing and accessories, those that are into the maybe modern industrial kind of things. These look like metal to me, but I'm sure that they're not. I'm sure they're the polymer clay, but they resemble metal to me. So look, Mad Max. Yeah, so they definitely have that steampunkish, modern chic kind of industrial feel. So I don't know if you guys agree with me or not, but that's how I feel when I look at it. Okay, so does her branding, I should say, is her branding attracting that target market? You know, I don't think so. I don't know. I don't think so. For me, first of all, most of you know, I don't like products or product pictures in the banner or in branding. I think that's it's elementary. It's what sellers on Etsy or other places do, but not businesses. Like businesses don't do that. So again, and I know that a lot of you guys have heard me say this, but if you went shopping in a shopping district and you're out with your girlfriends or whatever and you're shopping, you're not going into every single store in the shopping district, right? Just like people that are searching on Etsy, they're not going to go into every single store, every single jewelry store. They're going to look at the sign. They're going to look at the sign. They're going to read the tagline. They're going to get a feel for the fonts and the colors that are on the signage or on the windows or on the doors. And they're going to make a decision of whether or not they want to go into that shop and shop at that store and shop. The same with online. So your branding is going to attract people or it's going to repel people. Now, I have a feeling from this banner. This banner to me would attract hippies, boho, people that are into boho stuff, gypsies, earthy people that like feathers and burlap. Whereas this stuff to me feels more cold. It feels more modern, more industrial, metals, not really earth. That's kind of, again, that's just my opinion. I don't know if that really is her target market or not, but to me, the people that would work it are people that would wear a lot of black. They may have tattoos of geometric designs on them. They may be very edgy, you know, so they could work in the fashion industry or they could work in makeup or hair or something like that, maybe the arts. Whereas this kind of reminds me of, you know, the more people that are into music festivals and the arts and things like that. Not artistic like stage performance, but more like weaving baskets kind of thing. So I know that some of the areas could get kind of blended, but to me, okay, so like for example, those of you that have watched what is that show called? Divergent, or the Divergent series. There's those 4 different houses, right? Or is it 4 or is it 5? Anyway, there is the Amnesty, or Amity, not Amnesty, sorry, Amnesty if you're watching this, Amity group, which is the people that work out in the fields and they pick apples and they are very peaceful, loving, happy people. They grow their own food. They're very environmentally eco-friendly. And then you have the group of people, oh my gosh, what are they called? The people that Triss and her friends are in, For and Triss, where they are very edgy, and they have tattoos and shaved heads, and they jump off trains for fun, and they protect the city. What are they called? Oh my gosh, I forgot. I probably shouldn't have used the analogy if I didn't have the names. And for those of you that haven't watched Divergent or haven't read those books, you probably have no idea what I'm talking about, and I apologize. But they're two different types of people. So I think that this would attract perhaps that Amity group, whereas this would attract the other group. So there already, in my opinion, is a disconnect between her branding and between who would actually buy her jewelry. So that's where we really should start. So her branding really needs to be more rust, like not rustic, but like rust or patina. Perhaps some aged metal or aged fusion. You want to think of those kinds of terms when thinking about branding. Unparalleled is a great name. I think it's edgy. But I think that there needs to be no product picks in the branding, and it needs to be more industrial feeling, in my opinion. This, I don't really get this at all. This looks like a U and a C with what looks like a bird here. So I have no idea what that is, unless the U is for unparalleled and this is like CC. Maybe. Again, there's confusion there. I'm not sure what all this is. And remember, when you're talking about websites or e-commerce sites, storefronts, shops online, you don't want to create any kind of confusion, no hesitation at all. Because when you do that, they automatically get that feeling. And even if it's subliminal or in the back of their mind, there's an uneasiness. It's just easier for them to click out and look at a different store. A lot of this stuff happens in the back of the person's mind quickly, like seconds or half a second. So they're big, even though it seems like, well, what is a big deal? You know, if they like my jewelry, they're going to like my jewelry. It doesn't matter what my logo says, but it really does. It makes a huge difference. Okay, let's talk about this line right here. So this line here, Etsy likes to call your tagline. Honestly, in your branding and in your banner, hang on one second. Of course, I didn't mute my phone. So let me pause this for a second. Be right back. Okay, sorry about that. I forgot to turn my phone ringer off. Okay, all right, so let's keep going here. Oh, this. Okay, so right here, Etsy says that this is your tagline space, but really in your branding, you should have your name and your tagline. So unparalleled, what does unparalleled mean? When someone sees unparalleled, whether it's on social media or if it was on a storefront sign or on your business card, what does that mean, unparalleled? It's a great name. It's cool. It's great font. But what does it mean? How did the people know? And you may say, well, they know because I have product pics in my branding. Well, you shouldn't have product pics in your branding. So you need to have a strong tagline. Now you have bold, edgy, playful. Handcrafted polymer clay jewelry. Okay. So I would probably take handcrafted polymer clay jewelry out. I would have bold, edgy, bold and edgy jewelry, perhaps, or bold, edgy. I don't know if playful really goes in with the bold and edgy, but I'd have some kind of tagline underneath of your name, whether it's your name here and then a tagline. That frees up this space, and this space is actually an important space on an Etsy shop. This space helps Google know what kind of shop that you have. This can actually boost, using keywords in this space actually boosts your SEO for Google. So you want to put here like steampunk jewelry or modern jewelry or minimalist jewelry or whatever your strong keywords are. Now I haven't done keyword research for your shop, so I don't know what those words are, but that's what you want to put here. Statement jewelry, statement earrings, bib necklaces, you know, whatever it is, put that right here. Fill this up with keywords. Okay? So your tagline's up here, your business name and your tagline, and then right here should be keywords. Now, when you do a search for yourself or for your shop and you come out and you see on Google your Etsy shop, you will see this line right here showing. So when people are doing searches on Google, you want that to show what it is that you sell. Okay? This is another important section for Google SEO. You want to make sure that you have your shop sections, your categories here. You have them organized right, which looks really good. You have it smallest to longest, looks nice and clean, flows nicely. But you want to have these also keyword rich in text. So statement necklaces. This is pretty good. Roadside earrings, dangle earrings. So that's pretty good. That's pretty specific. But just know that this is also another section. As long as you're aware, hey, Google's looking at this area of my shop to determine what type of shop I have. As long as you're aware of that, then you can kind of manipulate it how you'd like. We're going to skip over the main portion of your shop. It's excellent that you have 5-star reviews. That's so important on Etsy, even more so now than ever, because they are now ranking sellers that have 5 stars and higher than those that have less than 5 stars. You're doing your shop updates. Okay, so your about page. It's a very important page. We talk about this a lot in the critiques that I've done before. Etsy has said those sellers that have full and robust about pages will be ranked higher than those that don't. On your about page, what you really want to showcase is your talent. You want to show your customers why you're asking the prices that you're asking. You want to show them why they're buying on Etsy. Why aren't they going to the mall and buying leather cuff bracelets? Why aren't they going to other boutiques? Because they're not buying the made in China stuff. They are buying handmade items. That's why they're shopping on Etsy. If not, they'd be on Amazon, or they'd be on eBay, or they'd be on Target.com. They're on Etsy because they're buying handmade. There's a reason why they're shopping on Etsy. They want that unique gift. They want something special, something that someone hasn't seen before, something that isn't mainstream. You want to sell that story. So this is your chance to sell that story. You want to show your workspace, what you're doing. You want to show your materials, the tools that you use. Even more so, you want to showcase yourself making those items. Have a picture. Everyone in Flourish should have a picture of their items that they make in their hands that emphasizes it's handmade. Show. If you don't want to show your face, or if you don't want to put a video, which a lot of people don't want to do, but you should. The first spot is perfect for a video. You want to showcase yourself making your items. That just adds value to your products. But if you can't do a video, definitely have a photograph of you sewing something, or you embellishing something, or you painting something. Whatever it is that you do, have a picture of you doing it. You don't have to look at the camera. You know, it can be a profile picture of you, but definitely show your hands making it, because that photograph will add so much more value to your items than simply just having a great picture and a price up. Okay? Needs to be a lot more of a story here, okay? You need a story. Why did you start? What inspires you? What are you passionate about? Why do you make what you make, and what do you hope to come out of it? Sell the story. It's so very important. Now, a lot of sellers will say, well, not everybody reads the about page, and you're right, they don't, and that's okay. But the ones that do matter. So you want to make sure that you fill up this section with good information. I want to see at least 3 paragraphs in this section. Great. You have Facebook, website, Instagram. I definitely would have Pinterest if you have it. Add that into it. I won't go into policies because it's different for every person. Okay, so let's look at the main part of your shop. We're going to talk about photos and prices right now. Start with pricing. So you're pricing properly with the 99-cent price point, except for this is $15.47, which is weird. And this is $28.99. This should be bumped up to $29.99. These are really cool. Bracelets that hold hair ties. Love that. You know, just looking at it, I feel that your prices are low. I would raise your prices. I would probably bump this up to $29.99. I'd bump this up to $39.99. I'd bump this up to $24.99 or $29.99. That might seem like a large hike to you. I've not seen this type of design work before. So to me, it's very unique. And I think that your target market has the money to spend. There are people that are going to want to make a statement. I mean, you got to think about your target market. They spend hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars on tattoos. You know, they don't mind spending money on something that is going to give them an edge or make a statement. I mean, this isn't somebody that's wearing this necklace to go to church or to go out to have dinner or lunch with the girls. This is somebody who, you know, is going to wear this to work, or that's going to wear it to a concert or a rock concert, or to a museum where they're having their art exhibition. I mean, this is somebody who wants to make a statement. It's not everyday wear jewelry. It's definitely something that people would spend money on. So I definitely would raise your prices. You want to follow the price, the psychology pricing, and it's good to follow the best e-commerce price points, which is $5 increments over $19.99. So it would be $24.99, $29.99, $34.99, $39.99, so on and so forth. You could also use 95, although I think in your shop you should probably stick to the 99-cent price point. Your photos. Some of your photos are amazing. I mean, perfect. This photo right here, which I'm assuming that's why you have it in your banner, but this photo right here is stunning. It is exactly the type of look that you're trying to achieve. It has that cold, modern, industrial feel to it. You have this cool gray, looks like a granite or tile here. You have your product listed off to the side, which gives it an artistic view. It's stunning. It's an absolutely stunning bracelet. Love it. See, you have Gypsy Boho listed. I don't really think, I feel this is more steampunk than Gypsy Boho. Or modern or minimalist. Now, you could say because it's the copper color, it's more earthy. But I mean, so I don't know that you want to necessarily take that out completely. Like I said, there are some of your products that could blend the two. But I don't think I would start off by saying Gypsy Boho cuff bracelet as your first keyword. All right, let's keep talking about pictures because this is really SEO. So this picture is interesting because it looks like this is a rusty railroad tie, maybe perhaps, or spike. Makes this look metal. I don't know if this is metal or if it's polymer clay. I'll look at it when I open it up. But I like the feel of the rusty spike because I think it would attract your brand. But at the same time, I think it kind of is a little busy with this here. So I'm not really sure how. I kind of like the picture, but I kind of don't because of this, of the spikes being in the way. This is too dark. I would try to take these on this same neutral gray. If it is the same gray, then the lighting is off. I would try to continue getting this type of lighting, which is beautiful in this picture, on all of your items. This, again, I think if it was a little bit more off to the side, curved just a little bit, and where the light was hitting very similar to this one, it would make this a better picture. I like this picture here. It's great lighting. You can see the earring. I know some people don't like photos of their earrings being worn. In my opinion, I don't think it matters much at all. But if you wanted to show it hanging, this isn't bad here, hanging on this what looks like concrete. Again, it gives you that cold, minimalist, modern, industrial feeling, which is awesome. The wood, however, does not. So now we have where it's more boho feeling. You have a wood background. You have like a leather weaved bracelet. Now that is more of a boho, hippie kind of feel to it here. This here, it's more, again, industrial steampunk, metal, rings. Not bad, but there's a lot of busyness going on because you have whatever this is on here, which is real dark, and then you have this here, and then the earrings with the different colors. You really want to stick with a neutral, non-busy background like this. You really want to stick with that. This is a fantastic picture here. There's really not enough light in this picture, but it's a great picture. It's showing the reflection here of the pendant. Again, it gives that cold, minimalist, modern, industrial kind of feel. The lace jewelry, again, that's more boho. That is not steampunkish or industrial. So that may cause some confusion. You know, you may want to revisit these and perhaps either not combine them in with this shop, or photograph them in a way that your target market that's interested in this wouldn't be appalled by that. So I don't really think the same person that's going to wear this bracelet would wear these earrings. So this isn't a bad picture here. I would probably crop it in a little bit. The slats in the wood are a bit distracting. If you had this picture of this woman cut out and put on a white background or a gray background, it would be actually a great picture. This, again, because the sunlight is here and the shadows are here, it takes away from the necklace itself. This, again, is perfect. This is too dark. So some of your photos are awesome. I mean, they're really great, but some need some tweaking and some work. So I would just keep practicing with those. All right, let's look at your Etsy, or let's look at your SEO. I'm going to start with this one because this is my favorite picture. I'm assuming this is probably one of your most popular items. Well, let's look at your sales and see. Hair tie holders are big ones. 1, 2. Okay, this is a good one too. Yeah, so definitely you're selling more edgy things. Hairband holders, that's so cool. I might have to get one of those. All right, so you had a couple of these. Let's just take a look what we got. All right, I like to see space-space. Again, you want to think about your target market, what's going to be pleasing as aesthetically. Now, if you're selling to modern, minimalist, industrial, clean kind of people, you don't want to use this. I think it's called an ellipse. Is that an ellipse? You want to use a dash. It's nice, it's clean, it's straight, it's modern, you know, geometric kind of lines instead of the little doo-doo-doo. So I definitely would switch that out. Oops, I don't know what I hit. Okay. So we are going to try, let me move my microphone over, searching on Etsy to see what comes up. So you have Gypsy, this is SEO now, we're looking at your SEO. When it comes to Etsy SEO, there's really two main areas to focus on, your title and your tag. So we're going to focus on your title right now. So you have Gypsy Boho. So Gypsy Boho earrings are a popular search term on Etsy. Let's look for, see, but Gypsy Boho cuff bracelet is not. Steampunk, oops, steampunk jewelry. Steampunk bracelet. Steampunk jewelry, steampunk bracelet. Hang on one second. Okay, sorry, I had to pause again. Okay, so steampunk bracelet is one. So let's try, you have tribal bracelet cuff. Tribal bracelet comes up, but tribal bracelet cuff doesn't. I wouldn't really call that tribal. Copper bracelet woman, but then you might be into trouble, whereas this isn't really copper, it's clay, right? But it looks copper. Let's try, you have polymer clay. See, my thing is with using polymer clay jewelry, is are people really searching for polymer clay jewelry? Like, would I be searching for a polymer clay bracelet, or would I be searching for the type of bracelet that I am looking for? So polymer clay is a very popular search term, but I wonder if it's sellers that are using those terms and not the buyers. So, I mean, how educated are the buyers on what type of material their jewelry is, if it's not like gold or silver or something like that? Would somebody that's searching for this, would they specifically be searching for polymer clay? Specifically, would your target market be searching for that? So I don't know. I don't think so. But you could put it in there. But I really think that you should stick more with industrial. Industrial jewelry. Industrial. Let's try minimalist. Minimalist. Sorry if you hear my children. It's hard to do these screencasts when they're home. Jewelry. Minimalist jewelry is one. Minimalist bracelet is another. Modern chic. See, that's not pulling up. Modern minimalist. There we go. Modern minimalist jewelry. That would be a great one too. So you're using like tribal, gypsy, boho to things that I don't really feel describe your jewelry as much. Let's see. Let's look at this one. You have textured bracelet cuff, black bracelet cuff, textured bracelet cuff. Yeah, it's not coming up. Let's try black bracelet cuff. Black bracelet is, but not black bracelet cuff. Aged jewelry. I probably wouldn't describe this particular listing as aged jewelry. That's not coming up. Let's try antiqued bracelet. That's not coming up. Choose your color. So your SEO really needs work. You need to really research your keywords. You can use a Google Keyword Planner. You can use Marmalade. As you see, I use the Etsy search bar. That's pretty general, but it does give you a good idea of what people are searching for on Etsy. And you need to use the dashes instead of the little squiggly thing. And use keywords. Remember, you have 144 characters. The first 66 are the most important. When you're done doing your optimizing your titles, you want to use the keywords or the keyword phrases and copy them down here into your tags. Okay, it doesn't matter the order, but just make sure you're using the same keywords or the same keyword phrases down here in your tags. Probably hear a guitar playing. My son, my 21-year-old son, has a friend visiting from Florida and he plays guitar, so they're out there playing guitar in my living room. Okay. All right, so your copy could use some work too. You don't want to start your paragraph saying black aged and texture polymer clay cuff antiqued with acrylic white stain. They don't want to know that. Who cares about that? They want the story. You want to give them a paragraph where they're picturing themselves wearing this at a certain event that would be attractive to your target market, and how chic and modern you will look to your friends, and be a trendsetter by wearing this cool blah 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 blah. I mean, it would take me some time to come up with something, but you don't want to just say a black aged and textured polymer clay cup. You're not describing it to somebody to tell them how you made it. You're trying to sell it to your customer. You want to tell them why they need it, why they want it. You want them, by the time they get done reading your description and looking at your photos, to be throwing their money at you. That's so important. All right, we're at over a half an hour, so I'm going to go ahead and be done with this critique. I hope it helped somewhat, and I will try to do another in the next week or so and post it next week for everybody. So thank you for watching. Hopefully you guys are able to watch and not have it stop every minute or two. And thanks for listening, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.